There are 10 drivers out for heat number 2 as we get underway with the warm-up to inject some heat into those tyres. We saw Gooding go through in 31, but looking at Dave Fry in car 20, and number 101 John Bowring is out there for the first time this afternoon. 22 Rob Montagna. And you can see that 445 Graham Boyd is back out. It's good to see Graham out because he had ignition trouble in heat number 1, which caused the car to die extremely rapidly, and it looks like he's got the same problem again. Regrettable in the extreme, but the Boyd's not having a good day today. Well, it's good to see that Craig is out there. He had problems, particularly in practice, with the engine blowing oil, and he had to put a pipe on to capture that as it was under pressure. So we're down to 9 for this run of Classic Hot Rod Heat 2. We're looking at Foxlow and Montagna, Craig Boyd, Andy Steward. 72 is Gary Goodswin, and the number 14 car of Steve Stallwood. Very effective and reminiscent of back in the day with that shock orange livery and black bonnet on that ex-Des Green car, which he has worked extremely hard on in getting ready for today's debut meeting. So, pace card ringing them round. Gooding at the head of affairs. And having won the final at the equivalent meeting last year, he'll certainly be under pressure to do so again with the speed of those cars immediately behind. It's John Bowring, Dave Fry. See how long Dave could stay in front before the likes of Andy Steward reel him in. Well, going racing, there's the green flag and we're off. And all drivers thundered down the home straight for the first time. And there's Gooding leading, but here comes Dave Fry on his outside. John Bowring looking for the dive on the inside on the top three, thunder down the back straight in the early stages of this race. Tim Foxlow into 4, screaming that cross-flow engine, diving up the back straight now, and really has got the pace. Just seems to eat up the lap as he enters the turn. Just look at him go now with 144. Foxlow really on a flyer. Just as how much room has he got to try and get past these cars in front, as Gooding seems to be holding them up a little bit. Dave Fry is there, and there is Andy Steward as well. So look at the battle between Foxlow and Steward as they try and get past Gooding on the outside, and we're really on a flyer now. The all-yellow car of Dave Fry in the lead, but here comes Foxlow looking for the outside line. Magnificent sight of these classic hot rods thundering into view once again. Andy Steward forced out wide in that previous lap, knocked off his stride a little bit. And Dave Fry still holding station. Tim Foxlow looking for his first win in 2 seasons. On his outside now with Anderson prepared. Crossflow powered, looking to switch to the inside, to the outside again. Looking every which way but loose as he tries to get past number 20, Dave Fry. Lining up the line, and Foxlow looks to try and have it now. And here he comes, 144, Tim Foxlow taking the lead. Although Dave Fry tries to charge back. And that's a close one as they turn into turn 3. Just look at Dave Fry there, crossing it up as he went down into the home straight. 198 Andy Steward now getting back on the pace, having got past 22 Rob Montagna. And now it's going to be all about whether the Crossflow has it in it to stay ahead of the all-conquering Pinto of 198 Andy Donut Steward, with Dave Fry, the all-yellow car, in the mix. Mark II Escorts thundering out the home straight once again. And Dave Fry, 66 years old, but certainly when he's behind that wheel, could have been 21. Here he comes, Dave Fry battling with Steward and Foxlow. It's a three-way fight. There's the battle further back with Boyd and Montagna and Goodswin. It's all about these boys up at the front, and Steward and Foxlow are neck and neck. Steward has it. He's managed to get the better of Tim. Really making that Pinto roar. And Andy Steward looks for 5 wins out of 5 so far in 2015. Not disgracing himself in a car which he says still has quite a bit of work to do on it to get it right. Racing with the wrong diff in today, but certainly not disgracing himself in that car 14. Goodswin battling with Montagna. Checkered flag time though, and there he is. Win 5 out of 5, 198, and the Donut Steward does it again. Tim Foxlow, second place. Craig Boyd in third. Ahead of 20 Dave Fry, 22 Rob Montagna. So a good race. Foxlow thought there was a chance of a win, but he was denied by the all-conquering man in the 198 car, Andy Steward.